Chartulean. Episode 13, Red Tanks and Terrible Eyes.
That's the perimeter alarm.
Guards have someone.
Is that Mago?
What's going on?
We found this man at the perimeter. Says he's a friend, but doesn't look to be in his right mind.
Bring him inside, quick. He needs medical attention.
We have strict orders to
This man is a friend. I will take responsibility. Here. Set him down here.
Hey, very grand indeed. I like your house of blasphemy.
What are you doing here?
I don't remember. Mind if I stay a while?
You could get into trouble.
I'm already in trouble.
Because of me.
No. Don't let me in. No. Send me away. Kill me.
What's wrong with your eye?
You tell me.
Your right eye is drifting downward. Portia!
What's going on?
Wake Shan. We need to move him to the infirmary.
Look at this slob. Oh, to think I used to find him attractive. Of course, that was very long ago, when we were young, and before we became separated by all these nasty politics. Our job was to protect the Etruvian, but you drove your wedge in too deep. Magagoso. What trouble have you gotten yourself into?
Am I dead?
I wish.
Oh, it's been a long time. You look so old.
What are you playing at?
What do you mean? Where am I?
You should be grateful that Chartrulean stuck his neck out for you. If it were up to me, you'd have been left out there in the gutter.
I still have no idea whatever I did to offend you.
Nothing. I just never liked you.
Liar.
Mm-hmm. Your fever's gone down, that's good.
How did I get here?
You don't remember anything?
No.
What's the last thing you can recall?
Living to expect. May he find sanctuary there. There was, water. Lots of water. I think I nearly died. And now my head feels strange.
Well, until you can remember everything, whenever I leave this room, that door stays locked. I don't trust you as far as I could throw you.
Do remember to feed me from time to time, okay?
I'll think about it.
By the way, it's Chartulean.
I'll go let him know you're awake.
Something very wrong.
True? What are you doing in Homina's room?
I should ask the same thing of you.
Well, I was sleeping. Do you have to sit so close to her?
Be quiet.
I'm just saying, I don't think Homina would appreciate it. Girls have boundaries.
Would she appreciate you spending entire nights in here?
Stop.
What are you doing?
I am listening.
For what?
For patterns.
Patterns?
These whispers you hear. Do they sound like anything you've ever heard before?
No, I'm not even sure they're whispers. It's hard to explain. Any news on Mago?
Are we really going to talk right now? After I asked you to be quiet?
Just mean, he shows up here acting weird, and you don't think we need to talk about
Until
it?
we can ask him directly, all we can do is speculate.
The man has spent decades now helping people get in and out of the city. He knows every secret, and yet ends up here.
That is because I may very well be the reason he is in trouble.
Why? What did you do?
I may have snuck into the temple.
That's such a double standard.
Silence! Please!
The fat monk is awake.
I'll go in with you.
Let's try not to say too much.
Before you say it again, no. This was not your fault.
Mago.
Wow, look at you. At least half a man by now.
How are you feeling, Magagoso?
Oh, well, as good as circumstances allow, I think.
What are the circumstances?
We both know the extent of my actions against Maldero. Why do you think any of you are here right now?
And we thank you for that, but...
Jeez. Thank me, God. Don't thank me, please. Anything but that.
What's going on here? I came as soon as I could.
Magagoso arrived late last night in need of medical attention.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right?
Nothing to fuss about.
Heal well.
I'm in good hands.
Chartrulean? A quick word.
Of course.
Magagoso has been labeled a fugitive.
By whom?
Who do you think?
Maldero. And his supposed crime?
Nothing that would be news to us. Espionage, smuggling, the whole lot of it.
He should be protected, the same as the rest of us.
It's not a question of whether he's protected. It's a question of whether he should be here.
Who else knows where he is?
I don't know. Did he come here on his own?
Unclear.
His network reaches farther and wider than we could possibly know.
Farther and wider than Idrica?
I'm more concerned with his relations in the city. He's served as an informant for decades, crossing lines suited. And frankly, I don't trust him.
He is accountable to Yulia.
I don't know Yulia. And honestly, I have my hands too full to bother with any of this.
Are you going to arrest him?
No. To your point, this place is a sanctuary, and you are in charge. I'll leave it up to you to decide what to do, but do it soon.
Yes. Once he regains some strength, we can decide.
Can I say something else?
Yes, of course.
You have to learn how to see the world from the point of view of one who leads. For a man who is supposed to be devoid of emotions, you tend to let them cloud your judgment quite a lot lately.
Believe it or not, I am trying.
I know. You and Havelion make a good team. Don't be afraid to lean on his intuition.
How many?
How many what?
How many Jardakai have you helped out of the city?
Hundreds, so maybe even thousands over the years. Including you.
Yes, I remember. How many don't make it out?
Way too many.
Shan doesn't seem to think we should trust you.
When you've been in the business as long as I have, son, you're bound to lose someone's trust.
And why did you come here for help when you could have gone anywhere?
Well, maybe I thought there'd be room for me in this odd little family you got here.
I'm sure we can make it work.
The family will be growing soon from what I've been able to gather.
And who'd you hear that from?
I don't know. Word travels, you know.
Well, get some rest.
Are you gonna lock me in here too?
Shan's rules, not mine. I'll check in on you later to make sure she's not torturing you.
Ugh.
Well, what's your opinion?
He's lying. How would Mago know about our plans for the Jardakai? I thought that was classified.
He's a smuggler. I'd imagine he has ways to get information he's not supposed to have.
I don't know. This just feels really off.
I have known him my entire life.
Yeah, but that's not a good way to gauge someone's trustworthiness.
I know. But I do owe him some kindness.
Don't let it become a problem.
Sophrosyne and Cythalia's transport passed through the gates leading to Boethema Labs. The building's facade was oppressive, dwarfing them in the shadow of Jardestra statues that stood sentinel on either side of glass doors.
How is that even the front? It looks terrifying. Remind me what we're doing here again?
I have to know if it's connected.
Connected to what? Oh, your dream?
Well, everything.
Isn't coming here in person taking things too far?
No. This is me being proactive and figuring things out on my own, without anyone's help.
Okay, but this is a terrible place. It's nothing more than a people factory.
Oh, I definitely agree. But too many things are popping up to be coincidence.
Did Chartulean tell you to come here?
No. This is entirely my idea. A bad one, maybe. But if I don't do this, all these questions will just continue to go unanswered.
I don't like it.
Well, it's not your job to like it, but it is your job to watch my back.
Will you need it?
Well, that depends on what happens once we get inside.
Okay, I definitely don't like the sound of that.
The main building was ancient, but there were several modern additions. One wing extended out over a pond. Somewhere off in the distance, children could be heard playing. The sounds together did something nice to the atmosphere, despite the unwelcoming aspects of the edifice. A nurse was waiting at the top of a long flight of stairs. She had a young face and wore a crisp white habit, but her eyes were distant and her smile slight.
First question, please. Much to be desired.
Shh.
Welcome to Boethema Labs, Princess Sophrosyne. I'm Sister Eustace.
Oh, I'm so sorry for coming on short notice.
It's no trouble. We're always ready for visitors. We've had quite a few lately, as you can imagine.
Oh, what do you mean?
With the war ending, people are ready to focus on building families. Isn't that why you're here?
Oh, no. I just wanted to learn more about the facility and see the children.
We'll be here when you're ready to have that conversation. In the meantime, I'd be happy to give you a tour.
Sister Eustace led Sophrosyne and Cythalia through a foyer filled with murals and lifelike sculptures of long-extinct animals. Strange beasts and birds filled the entirety of the gallery, reaching from the ground all the way up into the ceiling. Sophrosyne paused in front of a giant wolf. Her stomach churned at the sight of it, but she gulped down whatever it made her feel and pressed on.
Oh, this is incredible.
The Gallery of Natural History is our magnum opus. People travel from all over just to see it. Several of the beasts you see here are preserved in our vaults. With any hope, we might be able to someday reverse several mass extinctions.
I wasn't expecting anything like this.
This is creepy.
Oh, hush.
People may be our bread and butter, but our mission extends to all life.
I see that.
It's fun to open with. And of course, the children love it. The facility itself is one of Arcus's ancient wonders. Its facade is part one of the first structures to be built here. It's been preserved for generations.
How old are these murals?
Some go back thousands of years. Of course, many are reproductions, but a few of them were recovered from Zarastra before the ice set in. You'll see them scattered about, some in rather strange places.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
There are 3 wings to this building. The hall to the right is dedicated entirely to research, genetic and otherwise. Arcus has been epidemic-free for almost a millennium. In these halls, we've also found ways to prolong normal human life by 20 years on average. Our ancestors lived much shorter lives. Did you know that?
I did know that.
The left wing is all medical. We are home to Simitu's most prestigious doctors. And right down the center is where we work with the children. Where would you like to start?
I guess with the children.
Good answer. This area is for the parents. It's where they plan their future families.
How long are the children kept here?
We incubate them up to 12 months, or until their core functions are a bit more developed. That's one of the key differences between what we do and letting nature take its course. Our research has shown that longer gestation periods lead to healthier children, fortification against disease, and less strain on the parents. They are reared here with the sisters until they reach about 5 years of age. Of course, there are exceptions. Some parents are anxious to take them home, but the practice is a bit out of fashion.
Do you see many natural births?
Virtually none. I think royal tradition offers an exception, as I understand it.
I was born naturally. My brother was not.
It's costly and very dangerous for the mother. If we didn't do what we do, who knows how our population would suffer?
Can anyone have a child here?
Of course. That's the best part.
What about people like my brother? Those who are considered genetically weak?
Well, there are options. We do a fair amount of adoption. Another subset of what we do is producing Jardejo children, often from more ancient gene pools. Those children obviously don't have parents and need to be reared.
Like Chartrulean?
Yes. People like him, though very few get to be the Etruvian. Would you like to see how our matching system works?
With Chartrulean?
Oh, heavens no. Though, strangely enough, many have asked in recent days.
Well, that's not really why I'm here. Really, just a tour is fine.
Of course. Follow me this way.
Wow, it's bright.
Yes. If you notice, this area is almost all skylight. That way, no child is deprived of the natural world, even during gestation.
What do all these tanks do?
It's how we incubate the children. The fluid they are in is made to simulate the womb, but it's recycled regularly so that we have a clear view of their development. It makes it easier to detect problems early on.
And what happens if a tank were to turn red?
Why would you ask that?
Just something I've heard.
It means there's a problem. We don't see it often. This room on the right is where we create the embryos. And if you look through the window to your left, these children are in their first stages of development. It progresses the further back we go.
What kind of
What luck! Looks like a little man has come to term before our eyes. Such a happy moment.
Oh, wow. So they just take them out of the tank like that when they're ready?
It's as simple as that.
And where are the parents?
They'll come visit when the child is more cognizant.
Why wouldn't they want to be here for this?
Why would they? It's just a technical procedure.
It's... never mind.
Shall we continue?
Sure.
This area connects to our living and education centers.
Look at these children. They all look so perfect. No scratched knees, no soiled dresses, no pushing or arguing, no tears.
Yes, we are slaves to their happiness.
Yeah, but they all look so similar.
I guess they do.
I thought Boethema was creating genetic diversity.
We are. Most of that work cannot be seen.
So why do they all look the same?
At Boethema, we give parents the flexibility to choose what their children will look like. Within the range of the genetic traits we have to work with, that is. If you ever desire a child of your own one day, rest easy that they would enjoy the most perfect early development imaginable.
I see. How many of these children are Jardikai?
None, Princess.
Why not?
Those are reared under different circumstances.
Oh, are they not children?
They are. It's just that Jardejos are very difficult to produce. They require special resources and facilities.
Oh, great. Can I see them? I feel like I've seen so little for such a large campus.
I'm sorry, but that area is off limits to visitors.
Oh, well, I'm not a normal visitor, am I?
Well, no.
And as your future queen, I think it's important for me to learn about Jardejos too.
I see.
I am here to see the children, but as you're aware, there's a question being put to my family about our continued support. And if that's going to happen, we have to see what's behind every door. What's going on?
Something seems to have happened to the power. Forgive me, but I must go find out what's happening. Please stay here. I will return shortly.
Something is massively wrong with this place. Everything's a little too shiny.
I know, I think so too. Surely there's one child here who can tell me the truth.
What?
Come on, we might not have much time before she comes back.
Okay, what are you looking for exactly?
Red tanks and a woman with terrible eyes.
I cannot believe we're doing this.
Oh my gosh, look who it is.
Isn't that one of the children who visited the capital?
Yes, and she's perfect. Hi again.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get your name the first time we met.
21642.
What?
21642.
Well, last time I saw you, you said you didn't like it here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes me very sad. Can you tell me why?
Mm-mm.
Listen, I'm looking for red tanks. Have you seen anything like that?
Through that door over there.
Thank you, Dua 642.
Careful of the woman with the scary eyes.
We will be. I have to go now. We should hurry.
That was easy.
Well, it helps if you know who to ask. Now come on.
We're just going to walk in?
What? No one's looking right now. Let's go.
Chartulean stepped out into the Astreus gardens. The afternoon was warm, the air dry. He walked over to the bed of violets and noticed several places where their lives had been cut short. At that very moment, one of them sat wilting in a glass of water at Homina's bedside.
I cannot understand the gesture. Why gift someone you love with such a temporary joy? What pleasure is there to be found in watching something beautiful wither and die? The act of pulling this pretty thing from the earth only adds to my already guilty conscience. Where do I go from here? What happens if I just turn off? If I just stand here with my face to the wind, feeling the flecks of salt that have traveled all this way just to collide with me? Where would my feet take me if I gave in to chaos? Let them carry me where they willed. Niven, Kievan, Ustra, Ekta, Marduk, Telkos, Lilial, Raptavian, Caliburn. What madness leads me here? Talk to me. Please. Let me hear your voices. Help me help them. Why? Why won't you let me in? I made you. How dare you shut me out?
Chartrulean?
Nicola.
I'm sorry, I'll just go back.
Wait. What are you doing here?
I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think they tried to hurt us on purpose. They're scared of the Berserker, just like we are. We just have to learn how to talk to them. Then all of this will be okay.
Nicola, what are you doing?
He needs to see it too.
I said not yet.
What is this? Why are you three here?
Do we need an excuse?
Corbin, don't.
I would prefer an explanation.
Nicola wanted to show us something.
Something having to do with the Nine. And you chose not to include me. their maker.
It was his idea, actually. I was just going with the flow.
Just let me handle this, guys. Nikola's saying that we might have more influence over our ships than we thought.
I have already observed this.
What? When?
What concerns me presently is that you are still trying to hide things from me. Why?
Yeah, because you're sick.
Sick?
I know you. You just fixate on it and forget about everything you're supposed to be doing. And in the end, you just come out more hurt than you already are.
Clarify this line of thinking. You withheld something from me out of concern.
Your Azuria, true. It's only a matter of time before it's used up, and we need you to take care of your stupid self so you can stop the Berserker.
I get to decide when and how I use my energy, not you.
Do you even see what's going on? What kind of game you've been dragged into lately?
A game?
The party? The summit?
Is doing what I can to ensure that we have a home, some kind of game to you.
Please, when has any of this been about us?
Do you not see how much effort goes into protecting you?
Right, because you know what we are to these people? Property. Astreus is property. These ships, all of them, property. You, True, are property. We have been purchased, owned, and you're an idiot to think that these people will see you as anything other than what you can give them.
We need to learn to trust those who are in a position to help us.
Oh, and who told you that, huh? Someone who desperately needs your trust? Ever stop to ask why? All this posturing, it gets us nowhere.
Nowhere? Look around you. Astreus is power. Azuria is power that we control.
Really?
These people don't move against us. They move beneath us. If they are here, they are worthy. And if they benefit, it was earned.
What are you even...
But we are the ones in control. We are gods.
Then why are they the ones telling us when to feel safe? This is not a sanctuary. It's a cage. Why can't you see that?
Your anger is a cage.
My anger? Seriously? I never asked for any of this. Yeah, it is a cage. And you put me here, True. You don't care what happens to us.
Heavy, you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
The other night, Chartulean found me here. He took me to see Shan.
So?
Then spent all night holding my hand, afraid that I would become lost like the others. I can see it. What he's going through is the same. You're just looking at the parts that you don't understand, seeing what you choose to see, and ignoring the rest.
What? Nikola's right.
You're all taking his side?
You're drawing sides in the wrong places, Heavy. Look, it's just us. And, whatever this is.
I think the Berserker wants us to fail, to divide us. And you're letting it!
No. He is.
What do you want me to do, Havelion? Huh? Would you have me on my hands and knees?
Be a start.
Begging you for what? Forgiveness? You want to end the suffering, yet you want me to be careless.
I didn't say.
You would keep me sequestered and in the dark to serve your own interests, and then stand here accusing me of being selfish. Never try to think for me again. You are a child.
A child? A child?
Yes, a man who is losing a battle with a child.
Stop it!
Look in the mirror.
I know. I have. Now calm down, before you make a mistake.
Do not tell me to calm down.
Okay. Just stop fighting!
Someday, I'm gonna bring you to your knees, True.
Havelion!
Mark my words.
Look at what you are doing!
Preparing the strike!
Don't bother begging me for forgiveness while you're there.
Look at Nevin!
Because the one you're gonna need to ask it is yourself.
Get this one. What was that?
What?
Guys? You should really come take a look outside.
What? It's raining.
The air is heavily ionized.
Did I do this?
Say nothing more until we can discuss this in private.
Someone care to explain how and why we have manufactured a storm?
We are so in trouble.
Well, Yoba, what do you make of this?
Yeah, I love the rain. It's too rare of a delight.
I agree.
One thing about it concerns me.
Oh, yes? What's that? Anything to do with where the storm appears to be localized, by chance?
Well, yes. And also considering most of Simitu has lost power to the storm, except for Astreus.
Yes. Well, I'd say that makes a good case for Ajoria reactors, eh?
True. However, well, at present it looks like quite a, rude gesture. Don't you think?
Yes, it certainly does.
All of Simitu, dark, that damn elevator, lit up like a beacon.
There are definitely people who will think of it as such. And I hope they do, you know. Maldoror thinks he can pull the plug on my city. Huh. Well, now he sees who can pull his plug, I'd say. The age of Ajuria is off to a good start, if you ask me.
Well, you say that, but with each passing hour, I'm just watching the cleanup bill get larger and larger.
Yes, that's certainly true. Give and take, I suppose. Huh. Well, until we know the extent of it, I say we just enjoy the rain, eh? I say.
What's going on at the gate?
It's Sophrosyne's transport.
Looks to be in a bit of a hurry. Where was she off to this morning, anyway?
Boethema. Come on. I sense trouble.
Someone help! Hurry!
What happened? Where's Sophrosyne?
She's here. Careful, she's faint.
Give her here. Quickly.
You go ahead. I'll be right behind you with Dr. Tomlin. Cythalia, what happened?
Red tanks and terrible eyes.
Crazy storm.
There you are, sister. What news do you bring me?
Chartulean travels to Idrica soon. Things here are getting very strange.
Dr. Filian's expedient return from Zarastra is underway. What other news?
Magagoso arrived here in curious condition.
At Astreus?
I do not trust him.
His duty to me was fulfilled the moment Chartrulean left the temple. His reasons for lingering beyond that are his own.
I agree. He could have returned to Idrica as I did.
Do what you feel must be done in order to keep the Etruvian and the children safe.
I will.
Artedemus awaits Chartrulean's return. He's growing impatient.
As he would.
Chartulean must seek him out.
I cannot make him do anything.
The Star Makers themselves bade Artedemus return from the void to guide him. Much depends on their reconciliation. This is what I sent you to do.
And I have taken heed.
The path of abomination will fail without the Etruvian. If Chartulean cannot find the true source within himself soon, Jardejo have mercy on us all.
The Madness of Chartrulean was created by H.M. Radcliffe. Original music by Sean Renner, performed by Sean Renner and the Invoke String Quartet. Editing and sound design by H.M. Radcliffe and Edward Calvi, with additional sound design by Will Fox. Narrated by Michael de la Mancha. Starring Aude Andrews, Megan Bernasco, Magnus Carlson, Christian Collado, Maxine Dumaine, Angela LaRocca Hockman, Kathleen Klein, Steve Lefevre, Stacy Lightman, Dallas McKenzie, Adam Neal, Karin Neal, Nina Nikolic, Israel Omodi, Kieran Reagan, Catherine Vinclair, and Reginald West. This has been a Pack Howl Media original production. Visit Chartrulean.com to learn more.